They're the hooligans, rebels with a cause, defying the chains of tyrannical laws. They try to silence us, shut down our voice, but we rise like warriors, we ain't got no choice. From the streets to the shadows, where hunted we flee, building our fortress where the brave run free. Hooligans alley, our stronghold, our flame, a spark in the dark where we stake our claim. Hooligans, stand tall where the warriors breed, fighting for freedom, planting rebel seeds. In the face of death, we'll never bow down. Hooligans alley, we hold our ground. Captain JeffMAC with the hooligan brand, battle gear blazing, he's taking command. With a heart full of fire and a will made of steel, he leads us to battle, makes the tyrants kneel. They block every platform, they censor our cries, but we shout even louder. Let truth pierce the skies. In the alley we gather, our spirits won't break. For the soul of the free, there's too much at stake. Hooligans, stand tall where the warriors breed, fighting for freedom, planting rebel seeds. In the face of death, we'll never bow down. Hooligans alley, we hold our ground. Through the smoke and the fire, we carve our way. With the hooligan banner, we seize the day. They can chase us, erase us, but we'll never fall. Captain Jeff's got our backs, we'll answer the call. From the ashes we rise, with the ashes we declare. Every scar that we bear is a parole and a grin. Every style leading free till the fight we began. Our fortress, our freedom forever.
What is up, hooligans, and happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. I'm going to read through the schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we'll be getting things started. Let's see. First, I want to give some happy birthday shout outs. Let me get this pulled up really quick. I'm going to give a huge happy birthday shout out to Alistair and to Captain Seamus. Happy birthday, you hooligans. I hope today kicks ass for you. Alright, we're going to be getting into things, starting off with a video titled AI Tops World Ethical Hacking Leaderboard. World's top hacker is a AI. I mean, who saw that coming? Then we got a video titled Quorum Achieved as Democrats Return to Texas. I told you they weren't going to get arrested. I told you. Then we got a video titled Trump Says Peace Agreement Between Ukraine and Russia is Attainable. We were actually supposed to cover that live, and I had to run to the post office, and I totally forgot when I came back. I was just sitting here putting the schedule together. Totally forgot we were supposed to cover that. Then we got a video titled MSNBC is changing their name to My Source News Opinion World, or MS Now. I think it's because they tarnished their brand, but they make up other excuses. Then we got our funny video halfway through. It's titled Bambi Al-Qaeda Eating a Cat. It's for our midlife break there. Then getting back into the news, we got a video titled Bondi announces 68 arrests in D.C. in one night. That's our follow-up video on the crackdown in D.C. Then we got a video titled New body cam footage shows drunken Rhode Island Assistant AG Devin Flanagan. It's a girl, Devin. But she's being arrested, and that's pretty entertaining. Then we got a video titled Fairfax County School System is under fire after allegedly funding abortions for students. So that's nice. More reasons to homeschool your kids. Then we got a video titled Illegal Border Crosser Trucker released on bond after deadly Florida crash. Which is interesting because they actually say that he's being held in Cali. So I don't know about all that. But either way, he's a piece of shit. Then we got a video titled Surveillance Video Appears to Show Hamtramck City, I don't know how you say it, but it's here in Michigan. City council members dropping off bundled ballots. Got some ballot stuffing going on, which is sort of illegal here in Michigan, sort of, kind of. It's illegal the way that they did it. It should be just flat out illegal across the board, but, you know, we talked about this before. Then the last little bit of the news, of course, is Lefty's losing it. Rita is back from what I assume was her vacation. This is titled, "This is what civilizational decline looks like." Then, of course, we'll be getting into the fun stuff. We got 2 unboxings we're going to do today because Beck Frank sent me something and Wad sent me something. So we're going to do an unboxing for both of those. Then, of course, we'll be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Tori Wayne. And we got our 2 funny videos of the day. Both of them were provided by Stoner. First one's titled, Ew. And our official funny video of the day is titled, What Do You Carry? All of that's coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat. Let's see how you hooligans are doing today. What the hell? What's up, Captain Seamus? Happy freedom to you and happy birthday. Let's see what is up, everyone over on the website. What's up, Snooks? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Russell? What's up, Captain Seamus? Like I said, what's up, Donna Sparks? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Damsel? And what's up, Matt Rogers? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on the website. And what is up, everyone over on Rumble? Elder Zoomer, you were first today. Happy freedom to you, and thank you for racing in the chat. What's up, Glamour? Happy freedom. What's up, Ghostly? What's up, Turbo? What's up, Tiger Jaw? What's up, Screaming Eagle? What's up, Gina? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Let me see. What's up, Beck Frank? Happy freedom to you. What's up, 5D? Welcome back to the chat. What's up, Cricket Kiss? What's up, H-Big? Happy freedom to you, if I can get you already. What's up, Watchman? Russell, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Vinny C? Happy freedom. What's up, Keep It Salty? Happy freedom to you. Let me see here. Captain Seamus, you're omnipresent. What a badass. Let me see. Glamour, you saying hi to the kitty or what? Klaus Dan, you gotta say hi. You got people talking to you. Wake up. He can't be that damn tired. Like, come on, man. What is up, everyone over on Kick? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone over on Twitch? What's up, Southern Eagleman? Happy freedom. Matt Rogers, you are truly omnipresent. Appreciate you. And what is up, everyone over on the GoofTube? Tube Steak, you were first today. Let me see. What's up, JP? Happy freedom. What's up, Scott? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Agent O? Matt Rogers, you are truly omnipresent. Captain Seamus, you were truly omnipresent. Russell, you were truly omnipresent. Appreciate all of you hooligans. What's up, Mike Ingalls? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Crump? Happy freedom. What's up, B? Let me see. And what's up, Max? Happy freedom. Max. AG Bill Barr testified under oath. President Trump is in no way implicated in the Epstein files. Barr says Biden would have leaked it. Well, thank you for letting me know, Max. I saw that he was, I don't know, he was in the area and he was supposed to do something, speak to somebody, but I assumed he was going to plead the fifth, so thank you for that update. And what is up, everyone over on X? Watchman, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. All right, hooligans, we're going to get into things. Now, I feel like there was something I was supposed to tell you. I don't know. There's got to be something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Either way, we're going to get started here. Like I said, this first video is AI Tops World Ethical Hacking Leaderboard. Now, they're supposed to be using this for good things, but it is hacking of sorts. Come on, GoofTube, do the damn thing. I guess YouTube was down earlier today. Thank God it came back just in time to cover it live. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, we have these Hooligan Strong t-shirts. Now, this design was created by Alistair, and Alistair is a badass in just about everything he does. So I will be posting his links in all of the chats for you hooligans to have the opportunity to hire him for your creative needs, because if you think it, he can create it. Now, this design does come in shirts for men, shirts for women, tank tops for men, tank tops for women, pullover hoodies, zipper hoodies, coffee mugs, dog tags, and we even made steel tumblers out of this design. Today I got on the Hooligan 2A t-shirt. We got lots of items and lots of designs over in the merch store. I'll be dropping all the links in the chats while we're watching this first video.
Welcome back. The #1 hacker in America is not human. It's AI. XBOW, an AI-powered penetration testing platform, is outright
penetration.
For the first time ever. The company raised $75 million in fresh Series B funding, rewriting the rules of cybersecurity, delivering human-level testing at machine speed. Joining me now is the man making it all possible and behind this company, XBOW founder and CEO, Ujer Demore. Ujer, great to have you. Thank you so much for being here. First, assess the backdrop for us. How often does, for example, a bank or a financial services company see attempts at hacking, attempts at breaking their cybersecurity?
Those attempts happen, thank you very much for having me. Those attempts happen all the time, continuously. And the very best way to defend against such attacks is to invite an expert to come and simulate attacks, report all the vulnerabilities they find so that they can be fixed before the bad guys find these flaws and breach your systems.
Well, this is incredible that XBOW has topped the U.S. leaderboard for finding cyber threats. Tell me how the machine works. How is it that your company has been able to find the holes in corporate cyber security?
So it's, as you say, it's a fully autonomous AI system that does the same work as the ethical hackers that I talked about before. HackerOne is a platform for connecting such ethical hackers to companies that wish their systems to be tested. And we entered our AI, our system, as a competitor on that platform. Within a few weeks, it became the #1 in the United States. But 2 weeks ago, it even became #1 in the world. And it's finding flaws at famous companies like Ford, Mondelez, Pfizer, Salesforce, and Palo Alto Networks. In fact, Palo Alto Networks is a nice example because it's such a well-secured company. And yet, the AI was able to find a security flaw in one of their components. We reported it, and they fixed it. They fixed it by putting a pattern in their defenses, in their firewall.
That's amazing.
And then when we checked it again, the AI was able to find the bypass for the fix. So these AIs are pretty clever. They're sneaky.
Yeah, sure are. So what has been, from your experience, the most frequent holes or the most frequent vulnerabilities that you find in corporations?
Well, fortunately, the most frequent, the vulnerabilities that you most frequently find are not that serious. An example would be so-called cross-site scripting. It can cause the attacker to steal credentials, API keys, that sort of thing. But fortunately, it's quite easy to mitigate. However, the AI also finds extremely serious vulnerabilities like remote code execution, which allows you to run arbitrary software on the target system, which leads to a complete compromise.
Unbelievable. I would imagine, Ujir, that this is one of the most important spends for companies to protect their data.
Absolutely. It's extremely important. And of course, because of the rise of AI, what we're going to see is that cybersecurity speeds up more and more. In fact, just as one example of that, the time between a security flaw being reported and it being exploited in the wild has gone from about 63 days in 2019 to just a few days last year, and this year we're seeing examples where it just takes minutes.
Wow.
Clearly, this is a consequence of the use of AI by the bad guys.
So AI actually, while it can be very successful at many things, can also bring on vulnerabilities.
It can, like in any other human endeavor, AI acts like a power suit for, in this case, both for defenders and for attackers. And so it's very important that the defenders fight fire with fire and make sure that they use AI to secure their systems before the bad guys get there.
I love it. So you've been backed by Sequoia and Altimeter. You've had a latest funding round, bringing in $117 million. What are your plans for that money in terms of growing this company?
So until earlier this year, until we started proving that this technology works on the hacker leaderboard, there was a question whether this is at all possible. It seemed science fiction. Now that we've proven that the technology works, it's extremely important to rush it to market, precisely for the reasons that I just explained. And so we are heavily investing in both the making the product enterprise ready, as well as making it as growing the go-to-market team to match the excellent quality of our technical stuff.
Ujir, I know you're just back from a security conference in Las Vegas.
All right, so I'm gonna save you hooligans for some more for like another 4 fucking minutes. It gets kind of redundant after this point. But either way, talking about using AI for something good, they are X-bow. She says X-bow, but I'm pretty sure it's X-bow, like crossbow. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Either way, it's hard to tell with his accent, and I'm pretty sure she's just fucking wrong. But X-bow made an AI hacker to try and help companies figure out their vulnerabilities in their systems. 2 weeks ago, it became the #1 hacker tester software in the world. Average cost is 18,000 doll hairs. And I don't know if that's what the average person pays to have this kind of testing done, or if that's the average cost for them to come bring out their software and test your system. But 18,000 doll hairs is pretty crazy. Most common vulnerability that it finds are not very serious ones. It commonly finds ways for hackers to steal your credentials, like APIs and stuff like that. But it can find vulnerabilities of all kinds, from serious or from not serious to very serious. It used to take days to figure out vulnerabilities, but now it can all be done in a few minutes. So making things more secure. I wish it would do something to cyber criminals. Most of the time cyber criminals don't get caught for anything, but if you make your platform secure, then I guess you ain't got to worry about it. Next up, quorum achieved as Democrats return to Texas. Now, I told you guys they weren't going to get arrested, but they are doing some theatrics at this point. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about these AI hackers. Oh, Russell, I'll check it out. I watched a little bit of it right before we launched the live. Russell, oh, he said penetration. He did. Happy freedom to you, Russell. What's up, 10 Man? Happy freedom to you. Kevin Seamus asking a guy from the Netherlands about holes. The little Dutch boy joke never gets old. Yeah, I think it's funny that he needs AI to find the holes. My grandpa used to say, what do you need? You need me to put a dress on it to find the hole? We'd be like putting posts in and stuff like that. Never needed AI to find the hole. What's up, Stoner? Happy freedom to you. Screaming Eagle, at least it's not 90 degrees today. Yesterday was too hot. Is it cool where you are? It's all gloomy and dark here. I think it's like 76 outside or something like that. I still got the AC on because I can't handle weather and whatnot. Where you going, Glamour? What's up, Major? Happy freedom to you. Major, pisses me off. Greg Abbott's all talk and no walk. Yeah, saying they were going to arrest the Democrats. They got some sort of stuff going on. I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but you'll see in this upcoming video. They're holding them accountable on paper. That's what's actually happening. There's no real big stuff happening. Like I said, some theatrics coming up. Ghostly, we're in the dark ages 2.0, and because of AI, we're going to lose tech. In 100 years, we will be less advanced than we are right now. The arts will suffer and knowledge will be lost. Yeah, Ghostly, I think that this is going to have some blowback too. Just like our phones. You know, we used to remember all of our phone numbers. Now our phone remembers all of our phone numbers. Half of us can't remember our own phone number because of that. So now that we're letting AI do all the thinking for us, just think about how that's going to impact our, brainstorming and stuff like that. People are just going to fall off. So we'll see how this goes. What's up, Chad? Happy freedom. Chad, who do you sue if AI gives you bad advice? I assume you would sue the company that put the AI together, but I'm sure there's some sort of clause or, some loophole, just like doctors, right? You go into surgery and they fuck you up and you die. Well, you could try and sue the hospital. Most of the time nothing happens. I think this will be a situation like that. Oh, I appreciate you, Gina. What's up, Aco? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Zero? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Butterfly? Happy freedom. What's up, Cheeky Chops? On the toilet as we speak. Thank you for letting me know, Cheeky Chops. Glamour, you forgot my number. Can you have it again? I'm number 1. Glamour, you cracking me up today. What's up, Rad? Happy Freedom. Rad. I believe it's X-Bow. Yeah, see, that's what I think too. She was saying X-Bow, and that just... it don't sound right. I mean, I know it's foreign and whatnot, but X-Bow sounds way cooler than X-Bow. X-Bow sounds like you need medication to clear that up. That's what it sounds like. What's up, Lee? Happy Freedom. What's up, Hooligans Island? What's up, Jason? What's up, Sean? Happy Freedom, you hooligans. What's up, B? Happy Freedom to you if I can get you all ready. What's up, Sly Dog? Happy Freedom. Hooligans Island wouldn't have been wild if Putin had walked out from another room during Zelensky and Trump's meeting earlier. That would have been hilarious. I wish they would do stuff like that. It's probably like a huge security issue though. But it would have been funny if like Putin just stepped from behind the curtain and Zelensky just shits his pants really quick. So J-Dog, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. Oh, I just remembered what I was going to tell you guys. Let me get this link really quick. You know me and my links. If you guys are going to come to this hooligan picnic, I need you to RSVP. I just created that ability over the last 24 hours. So if you want to come see me for the hooligan picnic, you got to RSVP. I'm going to show up no matter what, cook some hot dogs. I got potato salad and macaroni salad I'm going to pick up, but I need to know how much to get. So if you're coming to hang out, you need to RSVP. I remember. What's up, V7? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Muskie Boss? Happy Freedom to you. Make sure we get everybody. Looks like we're good. All right, hooligans, we're going to move forward here. Like I said, quorum achieved as Dems return to Texas. It was very underwhelming. Come on, do the thing. Alright, hooligans. Now be prepared to be underwhelmed. And hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube. And let's get into this.
Texas House representatives gavelled into the second special session with a quorum today. It's the first time in 2 weeks lawmakers were able to do so after Democrats broke quorum in protest of the GOP's plan to redraw congressional maps. Those Democrats are now subject to around-the-clock DPS escorts to guarantee their return. KPRC2's Rowan Balogan joining us live from our newsroom to explain. Rowan.
Yeah, Andy, House Democrats returning to Austin today had to sign written permissions to leave the House floor with that DPS police escorts. The Texas House gavelled back into session today for the second special session as some House Democratic members returned. Once back on the House floor, there was a move trying to excuse their absences, but it failed. Democrats went to Illinois, New York, and California protesting mid-decade redistricting efforts by Republicans. The proposed maps would give Republicans 5 districts, swinging from Democrats to Republicans. Democrats argue the new map disempowers Black and Hispanic voters. While some members returned, we know others haven't. Houston State Representative Jolanda Jones's team confirming with me she isn't back in the States, and it's unclear when she will return. I tried scheduling an interview with her, but haven't been able to. While the walkout delays passage of the new maps, it's unlikely that blockage will hold. Speaker Dustin Burrow working with DPS to make sure there's a quorum through this session.
Members who have not been present until today, for whom arrest warrants were issued, will be granted written permission to leave only after agreeing to be released into the custody of a designated DPS officer appointment under the rules of the House, or who will ensure your return Wednesday at 10 a.m.
Now, the House calendar shows there is a meeting this evening on redistricting. Live in the newsroom, Roman Balogan, KPRC 2 News.
Okay, so the disciplinary action, the consequences of their actions is so mild that you have to listen closely, otherwise you'll miss it. They're saying that the Democrats returned after being gone for 2 weeks. Not all of them have even returned. And the ones who did, they were trying to make an excuse for their absence, but it failed which means that they probably won't be reimbursed for their trip, which is good. They deserve to have to pay for it. The Democrats claim that the new map disempowers black and Hispanic voters, and for the Dems that did return, they are only able to leave if they agree to be released into the custody of the DPD, where they will assure their return on Wednesday. Now, I don't know what that means. I don't know if, like, say they don't leave their house on Wednesday, if they're going to go to jail. I highly fucking doubt it. They deserve it, but either way, like I said, it's a bunch of theatrics. It's just to pretend like they're being disciplined, kind of like when they censure people. It just means you get a stern talking to. That's not discipline for breaking the law and acting like a shithead and wasting tax dollars and all of that. But we know how it goes with these elected officials. They are above the law. Next up, Trump says peace agreement between Ukraine and Russia is attainable. This is from earlier today, where he's meeting with all the leaders of wherever. And he's going to be talking about trying to get peace between Russia and Ukraine. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about these dusty Dems down in Texas. Camp Seamus, they need shock collars. They do. Let me see. Stoner, why are you saying that? Cars drive to Michigan and Florida every day. What's up, Rotella? Happy freedom to you. Major, I need to move to Florida. It seems like life is nice in Florida. What's up, Metal Mouth? Happy freedom to you. Camp Seamus, instead of ankle braces, give him shot collars. Give him the shot collars from like the Wild Wild West movie. What's up, Roy? Happy freedom to you. Major, Texas Republicans are such sissies. Yeah, I don't know why they don't hold these people accountable. They must be in cahoots with it. Happy freedom to you, Spicy K. Stoner. Oh, there's a hurricane coming? Oh, I didn't realize that. Someone said the other day we're in like prime hurricane season, but I never know when that is. Rappy, Rumblebot's an official hooligan. Rumblebot needs to send over those $5 hairs then, if that's the situation. What's up, Tony Bridge? Happy freedom. What's up, TBD? Happy freedom to you. Where did Glamour go? What's up, Badass American? Happy freedom. Hooligans Island. I don't know. The crowns over on YouTube seem to be dictating who is engaging the most over on YouTube. I don't really know much about it, and as far as I know, I can't change the color of the crowns or anything like that. So it's kind of lame. I don't know a lot about it though. Snooks, a hurricane is out in Atlantic and will only cause some high tides on the East Coast. Oh, I see. Thank you for letting me know. Major, YouTube's trash. You ain't wrong. What's up, Frey? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Ramsey? Happy freedom to you. Well, be safe out there, Ramsey. All right, hooligans. We're going to move forward here. Like I said, Trump says peace agreement between Ukraine and Russia is attainable. And like I had mentioned this from earlier today, we were actually supposed to cover it live, but I fucked up. You know, that happens sometimes. It does. I'm not too big of a person to admit that. Anyways, like I said, we're going to get into this. But first, I need to remind you, hooligans, go turn your memes in. If you'd like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over in Discord or in jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. Hit that like button and let's get into this.
The Alaska summit reinforced my belief that while difficult, peace is within reach, and I believe that in a very significant step, President Putin agreed that Russia would accept security guarantees for Ukraine, and this is one of the key points that we need to consider, and we're going to be considering that at the table also, like who will do what, essentially. I'm optimistic that collectively we can reach an agreement that would deter any future aggression against Ukraine, and I actually think there won't be. I think that's even overrated, largely overrated, but we're going to find out. And I think that the European nations are going to take a lot of the burden. We're going to help them, and we're going to make it very secure. We also need to discuss the possible exchanges of territory, taking into consideration the current line of contact. That means the war zone, the war lines that are pretty obvious, very sad, actually, to look at them. And negotiating positions. President Putin, also, you have President of Ukraine, who is, you just met a little while ago, and we're going to try and get a three-party meeting, maybe as soon as we can. And I have a feeling you and President Putin are going to work something out. Ultimately, this is a decision that can only be made by President Zelensky and by the people of Ukraine working also together in agreement with President Putin. And I just think that's very good things are going to come of it. So I hope we have a good meeting. And if we can have a good meeting, I'll set up a meeting with President Putin. And if you'd like, I'll go to that meeting. And not that I want to do that, but I will do that because we want to save a lot of people from dying. A lot of people are dying, and we got to save them. Got to save it. 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 people sometimes a week. All of us would obviously prefer an immediate ceasefire while we work on a lasting peace, and maybe something like that could happen. As of this moment, it's not happening, but President Zelensky and President Putin can talk a little bit more about that. You know, in the 6 or so wars that we stopped, we haven't had a ceasefire. And so I don't know that it's necessary. You can do it through the war, but it would be, I like the ceasefire from another standpoint. You immediately stop the killing. But I believe a peace agreement at the end of all of this is something that's very attainable, and it can be done in the near future. With all of the wars that I got involved in, we only have this one left. Of course, as I walk out the door, there'll probably be a new one starting, and I'll get that stopped too. But I thought this was going to be one of the easier ones. It's actually one of the most difficult. They're very complex. The next step would be for a trilateral meeting, and that will be worked out. And I just look forward to working and having a great result. We're going to spend a lot of time today talking about, and we're really honored you guys came over. I mean, these are the heads of major countries and respected all over Europe. And they speak for, largely, I think I should say, but pretty much for the other countries of Europe. And we will come to a resolution today, I think, on almost everything, including probably the security. And that's pretty much the story.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated.
Okay, President Trump talking about peace for Ukraine and Russia. That's kind of the most repeated thing going on right now. So we didn't miss too much, even though I did intend on covering that live. It was a very short meeting. I think it was like 23 minutes or something in total, and it was a bunch of that over and over again. Either way, next up we got MSNBC is changing their name to My Source News Opinion World, or MS Now. I don't know. I think they tarnished their brand so much they can't recover, so they got to just change the name. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about President Trump hanging out with these world leaders talking about peace for Russia and Ukraine. Zero, Trump's hair is messy. He had to get a quickie really quick between the two meetings there. Zero, Lil Z showed up in a t-shirt, but he put on a suit for the presser. Yeah, I saw him in his little suit. Russell, Trump's a boss, works nonstop. Yeah. Yes, he does. He's constantly going. Butterfly, ceasefire is just an excuse to build up arms and violate the ceasefire, etc. Yeah, I wish we didn't have to be involved in it. These two guys should be able to fight it out on their own without us providing money and all this other stuff. What's up, 1776? Happy freedom. What's up, Godspeed? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Jay White? Happy freedom. Jay White, yes, Daddy, please come to the meeting with Big Bad Mean Putin. Yep, I don't think he can handle it on his own. Ghostly, not our problem. Yeah, that's how I feel too. What's up, Patriot Dad? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Happy Finger? Happy freedom to you. Southern Eagleman, yeah, we're expecting some high tides and for it to be windy. Well, stay safe out there. Rad, what do you got? What's up, Proud Patriot Girly? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Rhyme Time? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Madman? Happy freedom. Russell, we need to have troops there. That would be a great place to be stationed. Where? In Russia? Snooks, Trump had a quickie. I mean, I would if I was the president. You wouldn't be able to talk to me at all without having somebody attached to this wiener. What's up, Turbo? There's just no way. That's a presidential wiener right there. Klaus Daniels, you gonna wake up? Are you okay? You're sleeping a lot, buddy. People are gonna think you're a cat. Yeah. Well, don't roll off the tower here. Yeah. Jesus loves us. Look at this big ass cat. Come on now, I don't want you falling. He's delicate. He's such a delicate little flower. Anyways, moving forward here, like I said, MSNBC is changing its name to My Source News Opinion World, or MS Now. I mean, they just threw the letters against the board and was like, let's figure it out afterwards. I like how opinion is a part of it. The whole thing's an opinion. Their opinions are tasteless. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
The cable news network MSNBC, which has Rachel Maddow and Ari Melber and others as personalities and is a favorite of liberals, is getting a new name. It will be known as My Source for News, Opinion, and the World, or MS Now for short. It's all something that was ordered by NBC Universal as part of the corporate divorce between it and some of its cable companies, which are forming a new company known as Versant. MSNBC is building a new news organization with its own reporters and some of its own people, and NBC News has been a little bit nervous about having its more straight news report associated with MSNBC's more liberal bent. President Trump calls MSNBC MSDNC, as a matter of fact. The change will take place later this year, and the NBC Peacock is being removed from the logo of MSNBC and all the other cable networks.
Like I said, they make a bunch of excuses. They say there's legal reasons and all this other stuff. I really think they just tarnish the brand so bad that nobody wants to donate to it. Nobody watches the shit. Radicals like watching it for Jim Balsacki and all that. But I really think they just tarnish the brand. So if they turn around and come out with MS Now, oh, that sounds great. Better check that out. Oh, yeah, it's the same propaganda bullshit that they were selling before with a new label. Yeah, hopefully. No, not hopefully. They think that's going to work, but I don't think it's going to. Either way, next up we got our mid-live break. It's our funny video halfway through. It's titled Bambi Al-Qaeda Eating a Cat. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about MSNBC. Zero. MS Now is still going to be crap peddlers. Yeah, absolutely. What's up, Simply Witchy? Happy freedom to you. Russell, being staged in Ukraine. I mean, I don't think we need troops in Ukraine like active, but you know, being staged there or whatever, just in case, I suppose that wouldn't hurt anything. We're in every other country. Every country's got a little bit of America in it. I wonder what 10 Man's having problems with. I wonder if it's related to the cookies thing. I hate that, but there's nothing I can do about it. It's the federal law. We have to have the cookies stuff. That's why I made a tutorial so you guys can figure out what you gotta do. Kept Seamus. MS now. Now with more BS. Yep. If they were honest. What's up, Big B? Happy freedom to you. Beck Frank, guess something's missing. I knew it was quiet in here. Yeah, I don't know if it's because we started a little early or what. Hopefully he shows up. Butterfly misinformation now. Yeah, that is what they should call it. What's up, Pumpkin? Happy freedom. Major, they love Peacock. I wish I could add on to that, but it's not Saturday. Ghostly sounds gay. It does. Glad you're feeling good, Turbo. Appreciate you being with us. Screaming Eagle, I'm drunk, but I ain't stupid. That's right. That's right. I bought a RC Cola to drink whiskey in it, but last time I did that during the live, I had a fucking panic attack. I didn't tell you guys, but I'm telling you now. And so I gotta wait till after the live. Drink my RC Cola and whiskey. It's actually pretty good. I actually prefer RC over Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper used to be my favorite, but I prefer it over Dr. Pepper, Cherry, Pepsi, or Coca-Cola as a mixed drink. RC Cola is just better for some reason. Red, you know, to be honest, I don't think Putin is in control of all these bombings and stuff. He just doesn't seem mentally stable enough to do it. I don't know. He seems like he has like a childlike wonder. Like when he met with President Trump in Alaska and he was looking at the jets, and like when the press came in and they were all shouting and stuff, and the way he reacts to it has like a childlike wonder. And it's because he lives in a controlled area where the press just can't scream at you like that. And if a plane flies over, he's expecting it. He's used to being in his own echo chamber that he created. So when he leaves, it's like he has symptoms of being isolated, it seems like. So I don't know how that affects his planning and stuff like that. But you know how these guys are. They got a whole team of advisors and all of that. When we were covering President Trump and he was on the campaign trail, they started releasing videos from behind the scenes, because I think Tucker Carlson came out with like a documentary or something. Either it's out or it's about to come out. I can't remember. But they showed us like a behind the scenes thing just talking about like President Trump posting on Truth Social. And it's like it goes through like 4 or 5 people before the post actually hits the internet. And it's, you know, that's what makes it look so professional and all of that. And so I'm sure the same thing goes on with Putin. He has so many advisors and stuff that he basically just says yes or no. He doesn't really think up the plan and stuff. But that's just my assumption. I don't know. Hooligans Island Moon Pie. What is that? What's up, Cecil? Happy freedom. Cecil put in 14 hours a day. Well, golly, don't work too hard. You deserve tomorrow off. What's up, Anthony? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Break a Leg? Happy freedom to you. Badass Americans, I used to work 16-hour mandatory shifts 6 days a week. Yeah, that's pretty hardcore. I used to have to do that when I was in the factory. It wasn't, at first it wasn't mandatory. We were working 5/8, but then all of a sudden they put us behind because we had a bunch of issues, and we bring it to management, and management would tell us to go kick rocks, and then shit would break, and then we'd be down for a week and all this stuff, and then we got so behind that it ended up being 16-hour days every day. And then it was on top of COVID conditions where we were masked up and wearing gloves and plastic curtains around us and shit. It was like 110 in the factory, people passing out next to you, EMTs coming in the building to carry out your coworkers because they're passing out from standing there and sweating to death. And one day I just didn't go to fucking work. And I was just like, I couldn't do it. It was too much. Kevin Sheamus in Soviet Russia, dictators shout at you. That's right, the press don't shout at him, he shouts at the press. He's not aiming pistols at him. Let me see. It's a little ASMR for you guys. I'm trying to help a hooligan out. Just 1 second. We made some changes on the website and everybody needs to update their stuff, but not everybody knows how to do it. So I had to make a tutorial because I want people to be able to use shit correctly. Bam. Hopefully 10 Man can see that. Anyways. All this fucking customer support. And I can't spell. Anyways, moving forward here. Keep it salty. Rumble's a little choppy. Thank you for letting me know. Keep it salty. There's a setting change I was thinking about doing. I keep forgetting, but maybe I'll do it on the next live. I don't know if it'll fix anything. I actually lowered the quality of the stream. We were running 1080, but we've been running 720 because I wanted to see if it would make things better, but apparently not. I don't think it's on my end. I think it's on Rumble's end. Break a leg MSDNC trying to disguise itself. They're trying, but it ain't working. J White management. Yeah, I can't stand the way management works in most businesses. At the factory I worked in, it was a bunch of females and they wouldn't promote any males, and they played the buddy system, so they'd befriend somebody out on the floor and the next thing you know they'd be the new supervisor, they'd be the new lead or whatever, and if you had a wiener you couldn't get promoted in that business, and I don't like that shit. Picture Dad grew up on some RC Cola. Yeah, I did too, but I didn't respect it until I started making mixed drinks with it. 5D, it's a clone, Vlad. You don't think that's a real Putin? I never even considered that. We see so much of that stuff here. Celebrities disappearing and then all of a sudden they come back and they're different. I didn't think about Putin. They might have got him. What's up, Montana? Happy freedom to you. Crick Kiss, someone needs to write a sitcom called Walmart. Oh, fuck. I'd love that. I'd totally play a character. Have you guys seen, what is it called? Tire or something like that? It's got Shane Gillis in it. And it's kind of like The Office, but it's at an auto shop. I've seen a little bit of that. That's pretty, I don't know. I think it's humorous. I like Shane Gillis a little bit. He's kind of getting a little full of himself, but when he first came out, he was pretty funny. Butterfly, Hollywood wants to unionize YouTube. More power to him. Rumble's taking over. And it's not even just Rumble. There's a bunch of platforms coming out. Like, there's a new social media thing that's being promoted through Rumble and on X. It's called Pickaxe. And there's supposed to be free speech, social media and all of that. So I went and made an account over there. And I'm waiting for them to come out with live streaming and stuff too. YouTube is trash. They're censoring themselves into a hole. There ain't gonna be anything but cat videos over there pretty soon. So we'll see how it goes. Major, they have the People of Walmart website. I think I've heard of that. Simply Witchy, thank you for letting me know. I'll check it here in a second. Russell, you like RC Cola? See, we're all on the same page here. Zero, yes, Putin 2.0 happened years ago. Interesting. What's up, Louise? Happy freedom. Try RC Cherry. They didn't have it across the street, but I definitely will. Cecil, them paychecks look great, and I believe it. Cecil hated mandatory hours. Yeah. I always hated that stuff in the factory because we'd be 40 minutes from going home and a team lead would come out on the line and be like, hey, we're going to stay another 4 hours. And I'm like, what? I got shit I got to do today. Like, my whole day is planned to get out at 2 o'clock. And they're like, nope, getting out at 6 today. Like, oh, okay. And be in the bathroom like, fuck. Like, just pissed off. Like, so pissed off. But that's all right. I don't have to deal with that shit anymore. Fuck those people. Either way, moving forward here, like I said, we got our midlife break. It's our funny video halfway through. It's titled Bambi Al-Qaeda Eating a Cat. But before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to join the membership program over on Rumble and become an official hooligan, all you have to do is click that big red subscribe button right below where you type in the chat. Now, if you're on Android and you're using the Rumble app, you got to open a browser, come to the live, sign in, do all that stuff. And like I said, right below where you type in the chat, you will see that big red subscribe button. Click that button and jump through the hoops, and your name will be highlighted as an official Rumble hooligan. You'll have access to our custom emojis. We got chapstick emojis, scream and goat emojis, Klaus Daniels emojis, President Trump emojis, and more. It's a lot of fun during the live, especially during a Trump live, so definitely go join the membership program over on Rumble. And just to remind you, hooligans, again, we have to do 5 hours of premium live streaming over on Rumble, which means that if you don't have a premium account that you pay for, or you're not an official hooligan, you're not going to be able to watch the premium live streams over on Rumble. There's nothing I can do about it. It's part of the creator program that we're involved in right now. So definitely become an official hooligan so you can watch these premium lives, because it's coming up. We got 5 hours we got to do, and we're running out of time, so we're going to have to do it shortly. Sometime probably next week, so keep that in mind. Either way, let's get this pulled up. Our funny video halfway through. Let's see here. Clicking all the wrong stuff, because that's what I do. Once again, this is titled Bambi Al-Qaeda Eating a Cat.
This is the funniest thing on the planet. Travis has a video and this one shoved his nose in the camera too. I got a video. It's so funny.
Treating him like a popsicle. Oh, the humanity. Getting back into the news here. This one's Pam Bondi announces 68 arrests in D.C. in one night. This is our follow-up for the crackdown happening in D.C. If it'll pull up. Here we go. Make sure you hooligans hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the GoofTube. And let's get into this.
Well, Zelensky is already in Washington, D.C., and that city is a lot safer now that Donald Trump has brought in the National Guard. And now there are 3 new states that have said, we will help. You have Virginia sending in 400 troops. South Carolina decided to send in 200 of their National Guard, and Ohio 150, just to restore law and order and help Donald Trump with this crackdown on crime.
So this is what our Attorney General Pam Bondi is saying about what's happening in D.C. Over 300 arrests in D.C. and counting. Just last night, our federal and D.C. law enforcement partners made 68 arrests and seized 15 illegal firearms. Homicide suspects, drug traffickers, and more are being charged. I'll continue to stand with you as we make D.C. safe again. And I just think the growing consensus is that the people that are in the media and some of the leftists, Democrats, or whoever you want to call them, are just on the wrong side of this issue. More of the locals are speaking out, especially with the elderly, that are saying, we've been asking for help for years. And again, a 90-10 issue, Democrats, the media, are finding themselves on the wrong side of it.
And you see Jeannie Pirro over the weekend, the Attorney General, and she said, no one's talking about the black communities.
Right.
How many unsolved, no one's even pursuing answers to these crimes. And he goes, teen victims, teen assailants.
We actually have that soundbite. Listen to this.
Prove it.
Okay.
The dumbest thing the Democrats ever said was defund the police.
Yeah.
Okay?
Truly.
And we are suffering as a result of that Democrat statement because they know how dangerous crime is. I had them look at a stat that apparently no one's looked at. 45 teenagers killed in the last year in 8 months by weapons, by shotguns, by firearms, okay? 45. Every one of them African American, every one of them black. No one is talking about the minority community. No one is talking about the fact that 70% of those homicides are not solved. That means the guns are still on the street, the young thugs are still on the street, and they want to say, we can't prosecute young kids. Yes, you can. A murder is no less a murder if you're 15 years old.
She'd be really good on television if she ever wanted to do that.
All right, cracking down on DC there. They're saying that more than 300 arrests have happened. South Carolina is sending 200 soldiers. West Virginia is sending 400. Ohio is sending 150 all National Guardsmen. Pam Bondi saying that there's been more than 300 arrests. 68 of them, as well as 15 guns being seized, happened on the 16th. So they are cleaning up DC, thank God, because the place is a shithole. Now, Blue News is constantly crying that this is a bad thing, but leave it to them to say that cleaning up crime is a bad thing. Either way, next up, new body cam footage shows drunken Rhode Island assistant AG, Devin Flanagan, being arrested. She's got her little sidekick with her. They're both a bunch of dumb bitches. They both got arrested. It's pretty entertaining. I got some information about it. I wrote down. It's coming up next. Before that, though, we're gonna hop in the chat, see what you guys think about this update on DC. All right. Russell, the Dems are on the wrong side of every issue. Yeah, you're not wrong. Kevin Seamus, DC is a federal district under control of Congress and POTUS. Home rule hasn't worked. Kick the mayor's city council out. Yeah, absolutely. Russell, yeah, if you guys watch somewhere outside of Rumble, then you'll be fine for the Rumble Premium Lives. Even if the Rumble Studio doesn't allow us to multi-stream during the Premium Lives, I still have an idea. I don't know if it'll, I don't know, hopefully it's not a problem, but everybody else should be fine. It's just, if you're trying to watch on Rumble, you'll have to have a premium Rumble, or you'll have to be an official hooligan. What's up, Wong? Happy Freedom. Craig Kiss, DC is the asshole of the world. License plates now say District of Dingleberries. Well, that's unfortunate. What's up, Sun Tripod? Happy Freedom to you. Give me more federal police. Probably less corrupt than local cops. Yeah, you're probably right, Sergeant Tripod. What's up, Justin Sane? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Kirsten? Happy Freedom to you. Big B, I'm all for law and order, but federal police is dangerous. The city officials need to be prosecuted and replaced instead. Yeah, I think they need to do both. I don't really care about how things are going now as long as they're actually cleaning up DC. I just don't want it to become permanent, because they're already talking about doing this in other places. And I don't want to see like a government takeover. I don't think that's necessarily what's happening, but that's why you got to be weary when the federal government starts enforcing the law themselves instead of local law enforcement. But in a situation like DC where local law enforcement is failing, you know, while we're in the situation we're in right now, they should replace all those people. So instead of doing an extension of the federal government, instead they can just give it back to local law enforcement, and hopefully they can keep things nice and tidy. Pumpkin, Dems aren't famous for their intelligence. You are right. Met him out following me on Getter. What a badass. No, I appreciate you. Thank you. Glamour calling Pumpkin a cutie? Glamour, where's the glam emote? Don't say that. I'll make one. I will make one. I will hit Alistair up on his birthday. Big B, it's a slippery slope. Absolutely. Glamour, do it. Okay, if you want these problems. I'll try and make it during the live. We'll see. What's up, Meta? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Rich? Happy Freedom to you. Rich, my voice recorder really has a mind of its own. That's how my talk to text is too. And sometimes it says the worst thing. It says sentences so bad I can't say it to YouTube or Twitch. The sentences that it puts together. And it's like, I know I mumble when I talk, but it can't be that bad. Italian just followed? What the fuck? Thanks for following. Italian. You need to go follow me on X. I've been following you on everything. You just act like you're racist against me. I appreciate you for following Italian. What's up, Maria? Maria, happy freedom to you. Hooligans Island slippery when wet. That's what she said. What's up, Ball? Happy freedom to you. Badass American, not allowed to talk about black on black murder. Yeah, the news is scared of being honest. What's up, Blizzard? Happy freedom. Blizzard, to be fair, Rumble wants my phone number to comment. Not a chance. Rumble, I don't use the site anymore. What do you mean? I don't think they have my phone number. Did you guys have to give Rumble your phone number? I think Rumble's tricking you guys into dates. That's what it is. I'll look into that. Thank you for letting me know, Blizzard. Yeah, 10 man, I'm trying to get it worked out. Thank you for posting a screenshot to help me understand what was happening. Russell, follow me on the fans for the feet pics. Yes, Russell, we know. We're gonna have to make you some ads. 10 man, you would go hungry. Don't say that. Don't be mean. Get some. Happy freedom to you. I told you guys that Get Some was gonna be here. What are you guys doing? Thank you so much, Italian, for gifting 5 subs over on Rumble. You're a badass, Italian. Thank you so much for the support. You hooligans better be thinking Italian. That stuff ain't free. Italian Glamour sent you? Oh, I see. Glamour had to bring in reinforcements. Glamour. Klaus's dream twitching. Yeah, I don't know how he's sleeping. He's been sleeping all day. Hope he's not feeling sickly. Wong. Evidently, we have 4,000 troops in South America ready to clean up the cartels. Interesting, but the cartels, they need to be cleaned up. Got too many problems. That's how it goes. Squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? Russell trying to convince us you got sexy feet. My goodness. You're competing against Klaus on the OnlyFans. Red, I don't know what to say about the whole defunding the police. I mean, I agree and disagree with both sides. Yeah, Rad. I mean, I don't know. I don't think they need to be defunded, but I think just like any other, like the elected officials and all of that, if you screw up, you should be held to like fully accountable, because officers enforce the law, judges sentence people based on laws, and everybody who's an elected official helps pass laws and stuff like that, right? So all those people are very well aware of the law. If they break the law, they should be held accountable. And I don't think budgets and funding and stuff like that really has anything to do with it. You're either willing to do a good job or you're not. And that's it. And if they're not, they need to be held accountable. Don't wait for them to break the law. Don't wait for somebody to die. Don't let a bunch of bad shit happen. When they screw up and it looks like they don't give a shit, do something about it. Don't just wait for bad things to happen, you know? And that's what we need, is accountability. And so I understand like hitting them where their pockets hurt and all of that, but that's a last resort. That's become the new norm because there's no accountability. So, you know, that's where we are on things. Hooligans Island, that Rumble dating service. Is that what it is? Locals sounds like a dating service. I kind of wish Rumble would change the name of Locals. So anything. I feel like anything would be better than Locals, but it's just my opinion. Simply Witchy, men don't have feet. It's all a lie. It's all a conspiracy. We just hover. Yeah, 10 man, Captain Seamus' birthday today. He turned 12. Ghost is just going off. Butterfly, Rumble sees you when you're naked. Oh, I know. I positioned the camera the way I did. It's too much. Beck Frank. No way what? Beck Frank did it. Butterfly, I had to confirm my email on Rumble only. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Rumble does not have my phone number. It's just tricking people into dates. Either way, moving forward here, like I said, We got a pretty funny body cam footage thing here. It's titled New Body Cam Footage Shows Drunken Rhode Island Assistant AG Devin Flanagan, which is a weird name for a woman. She's being arrested. She's got her gal pal with her, and they're both pretty sure that police officers aren't allowed to arrest her because she's the AG. This is a great example of elected officials being above the law, except for in this case, she actually gets fucking arrested. But she thinks she's above the law. Hit the like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
If I ask you to turn off the body cam, you have to turn it off, and that's your protocol. She's a fucking lawyer, so she knows.
Well, that's bullshit lawyer stuff, so that's not true. So we gotta go.
No, it is. That's law. I'm an AG. I'm an AG.
Good for you. I don't give a shit. Let's go. We're going. Let's go. We're leaving.
Please don't put your hands on us.
Can you get your children out of here? Like, I don't know why.
I'm sorry, what?
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Come on, you're waiting too. They're two full-grown women and mothers of children. All right. Hey, you're just being detained. You're just being detained.
I'm an AG. I'm an AG. I'm an AG. What's wrong with you? What are you probable cause to detain me for?
You're being detained because you're not leaving.
Because I'm what? You have
Can you relax? Sir, she's not doing anything wrong.
AG.
She's not leaving.
I'm an AG.
She's an AG? Buddy, you're not. She's not being arrested. Let's go.
I'm not being arrested. You're putting me in cuffs. I'm not being arrested.
Do you have any weapons on you?
No. I'm an AG.
Her badge is in the car. You want to go get a badge?
Let me tell you something. You're
Buddy,
arrested.
get the hell out of here. Buddy, just seriously.
You're arresting an AG. Let me tell you something.
Are you under arrest right now? No.
You're putting me in handcuffs and you're Mirandizing. You're not Mirandizing me.
Relax.
Okay. So she's the AG, if you didn't know. She's not even the AG. She's the assistant AG. But I did go look some stuff up. Now, there is something confusing about the whole deal is the officer keeps telling her that she's not being arrested. But she is. She obviously is. And she was. It's on paper. So I don't know why he was saying she wasn't when she was. But it says Flanagan, who has worked for the Rhode Island Attorney General's office for about 7 years and is assigned to Appellate Unit, which I don't know what that is, but it's the criminal division, and was issued a district court summons and released another individual, Veronica Hannon, which is her little sidekick. She was arrested and charged for willful trespass, disorderly conduct, and resisting arrest. Now, both of them were actually arrested for willful trespass. They were at a resort or something like that. They were drunk. They were told to leave. They refused to leave, and that's why the cop was there in the first place. Now, even though the AG resisted arrest and stuff, she's struggling with the cuffs. They did not charge her with resisting arrest, and I think they should have because they charged her friend with it. But she did get willful trespassing. Her friend is the one that racked up all those charges. Disorderly conduct, which I got one of those on my record. And she got trespassing and resisting arrest. So her friend is going to jail. Like, I mean, if they land those charges, she's going to jail. But the assistant AG, we'll see if they actually give her the willful trespassing charges or not. We're still waiting on little Monica. What the fuck is her last name? It's like after action hero. MacGyver, that's what it is. LaMonica MacGyver out in New Jersey. She was charged with assault on federal officers, 2 counts. The mayor was the one that was charged for willful trespassing, and they dropped the charges against him, where they tried to belly bump into the detention center out there in Newark and all of that. They dropped his willful trespassing charges, so we'll see if the assistant AG gets the same treatment or if she's actually going to be held accountable like she obviously deserves. Either way, next up, Fairfax County school system under fire for allegedly funding abortions for students. It's not good. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this body cam stuff. Zero Appellate. Is that a location? Guess you can be cuffed while being detained. AG should know that. Yeah, she should. Snugs, drunken women look so bad. I think drunk people in general just look bad. But it's crazy though, because when you're drunk, you think you look so good. So it's crazy. Guess she's the AG, all right. She's an arrogant girl. Yeah, she really thought that was gonna get her out of trouble. Zero, I don't give a shit. Yeah, I like the officer was really honest. Shroomish, they only have to read your rights when they question you, I think. Here, they don't even read them to you. They ask you if you can read. And if you say yes, they slide a piece of paper over to you, and then you sign the bottom of it. They don't even read your rights anymore. I mean, they do if you tell them you can't read, and that's what I do, but initially, they don't read them to you anymore. Good kiss. Explain that one to your holding pod friends. Yeah. Enjoy the drunk tank. Big B, Fire Marshal Jill, let me tell you something. Yeah. What's up, Faded? Happy freedom to you. Ramsey, he was just detaining her at first. Yeah, that's what I think was going on. Ghostly, her mouth got her arrested. Yeah, absolutely. Italian, you need the goat thing in your life? We got a plethora. We got all the goats. We'll give you the spooky one. Yeah, go put them on your wish list, Italian. Cam Shaman, she's the AG and the H is silent for hag. Goodness. Ugh. That's right. That's right. You hear my chair squeaking? Oh, that's why you guys were telling me I was farting on Saturday. I got it now. Jeez, it took me that long to figure it out. I'm going to get the new chair, and then I don't know what my excuse is going to be. What's up, Neurodivergent? Happy freedom to you. Kirk Kids, keep your mouth shut. The end. Yeah, it's true. If you get arrested, you just shut the hell up, and usually it'll work in your favor. Guess I'm a pellet. Is a little bigger than a BB. Thank you for letting me know, Gussum. That's funny. Simply Witchy, if they're funny drunks, then it's entertaining. It's true. TBD, I find it hilarious, but not in a good way. Yeah. I want to see if she gets off the hook or not. Rad. Cop's like, lady, I don't care who the fuck you are. You're drunk and being an ass, so you're getting put in handcuffs. Yep, being belligerent will get you there. What's up, Lady Katie? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Mr. Lynn? Happy freedom to you. Fady, you're omnipresent, hanging out with the YouTube crew. What's up, Nick? Happy freedom. What's up, DB? Happy freedom to you. DB, she forgot the H before AG. You hooligans are all on the same page here. All right, hooligans, we're going to move forward here. Like I said, next up, Fairfax County school systems under fire for allegedly funding abortions for students. This is a crazy story. They don't have a whole lot of details yet because the investigation is just starting. They have a bunch of, I don't want to say accusations. They have some ideas of what was going on, but I don't think they really have things nailed down yet. I am assuming we're going to have a follow-up on this. Either way, hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's get into this.
Well, Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin has now directed state police to investigate allegations that school staffers at Fairfax County schools helped students receive abortions in 2021. The governor says he's deeply concerned about the reports accusing officials at Centerville High School of arranged and financed abortions for girls as young as 17 without parental notification. State Attorney General Jason Miyares promises to get answers.
What the governor has announced is the Bureau of Criminal Investigation, that's our equivalent of the FBI with the state police, to get to the bottom of this. They're going to get some answers, I think, for the governor and for the public on what exactly happened here, what are the facts, and also whether there's any misallocation of state funds. It is against the law in Virginia for you to have an abortion for a minor and not get parental consent.
Parents also spoke out about the allegations.
I definitely think that's crossed the line. Paying for monies for something that's a child is inappropriate.
Parents of teenagers know that teenagers don't always tell us everything, so perhaps not so surprising parents didn't know, but you would assume that people in a school system would alert parents to any issues like this.
I think adults would alert them too. The big weekend show reached out to Centerville High School for a comment, but we have not heard back. So Anita, this is another story coming out of Fairfax County schools. There's been a long list of alleged criminal activity, keeping parents out of the loop. It plays politically as well. This is just another outrageous one.
Yeah, and it.
All right, so they just go on to discuss the situation. Like I said, does not sound very good. And hopefully we get a follow-up on this to see what's happening, because I highly doubt this is the only school that's doing this kind of stuff. They're saying that the teachers were helping students get abortions. They were arranging and financing girls as young as 17 getting abortions without their parents' consent. They're now a part of a criminal investigation, and then there's also questions about whether or not they used state funds to do this stuff. And in that state, it is illegal for minors to get abortions without parents' consent. So the whole staff was screwing up. And like I said, it's another good reason to homeschool your kids if you're able to. And that's the thing, is we're in such a chokehold of life that most people cannot afford to homeschool their kids. They got to work 60 hours a week. Both parents do, if both parents even live in the home. So most people can't, but if you could, seems like you should. Either way, next up, we got illegal border crosser trucker released on bond after deadly Florida crash. He killed 3 Americans. He's a piece of shit, and California gave him a commercial license. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what your hooligans think about this school helping kids get abortions. Gross. Thank you so much, Cricket Kiss, for that $10 donation over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Cricket Kiss. Thank you so much for the support. It says, please get a sidecar bed for co-host. Oh, co-host Klaus here. That's a good idea. We gotta give him another tower. He's so gigantic. Thank you so much, Sergeant Tripod, for that $5 donation over on Rumble. You're a badass, Sergeant Tripod. Thank you so much for the support. It says, here's a start towards a new chair. Well, thank you, Sergeant Tripod. You're awesome. That would be so funny, having Klaus in a little sidecar thing. What do you think, buddy? You could do it. We gotta get a big one for him. It's a gigantic cat. Zero, was the teachers impersonating their parents? That's what I'm wondering too. If the state law requires parental consent, how are they making this happen without the parents knowing? The only thing I could think of is they were pretending to be the parents, and that's fraud. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Accountability is hard to come by, but there's reasons everywhere for it. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. There we go. There we go. Got some teachers helping girls to get abortions because it's the teacher's baby. That could be. Didn't even think of that. Holy. Could you imagine if they opened up a whole can of worms, they found out there was like bad stuff like that going on? It's already really bad, but to think about it in that context is like, holy. Thank you so much, Get Some, for that $5 donation over on Rumble. You're awesome, Get Some. Thank you so much for the support. It says, put towards getting a dog just to fuck with Klaus. I can't get a dog. I'm not even supposed to have the Klaus. But thank you, Get Some. Appreciate you. Hear my squeaky chair? Now I notice it. Since you guys think I'm farting over here. Jesus loves us. Simply Witchy. I read an article where they mentioned a school social worker. One of the girls actually didn't go through with the abortion, but was taken to the clinic for an abortion. Interesting. Simply Witchy Fairfax is so woke it's not even funny. Seems like that's where all the school headlines come from. Yeah, they need to do a thorough investigation with those guys. Pitch your dad or beat someone down. I mean, yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying without saying it. What's up, Cass? Happy freedom. Faded with a Rambo knife and lemon juice. That's right. Change their behavior for them. Ghostly, the abortion clinics do not enforce or obey the law. I totally believe that. We saw them pulling up for the DNC. They had an abortion clinic just parked outside just in case you need an abortion during the break. Faded, I'd be on a warpath. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Criticus, Jeff needs a chair. Well, there's a lot of things I need. Like I mentioned earlier, we got the Hooligan Picnic coming up Saturday. This upcoming Saturday, so we got to pay for that. I got to get my teeth clean. They just raised my rent $170. It doesn't start until October, but that hurts. So I really appreciate all of you guys being here. Guess AI will replace teachers in our lifetime? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but I could totally see that. Same thing with the telehealth. Eventually telehealth won't be you doing a video chat with a doctor, you'll be video chatting with AI. What's up, Post Malone? Happy freedom to you. I was watching a DoorDash streamer yesterday and someone ordered Plan B on DoorDash. Fucking wild. That's so crazy. We don't have anything like that here. Delivery means you get in your car and you go pick it up. That's the closest thing to delivery we got. That's crazy. I didn't know you can get Plan B delivered. Hooligan silent drunk Democrats aren't funny. No, they're probably preying on children. Sorry, on tripod. Sucks to say, but I might have to raise the rent on my rentals. Property taxes are getting high. Yeah, it sucks because I've been here going on 9 years, and when I started paying rent here, it was like $400 flat. And now it's like almost $900. And it's like nothing. I can't even have a fucking AC in the window. Can't have shit. But at least rent's more than doubled now. I ain't even got new light bulbs or nothing. It's bullshit. Anyways, moving forward here. Like I said, illegal border crosser trucker has been released on bond after deadly Florida crash. Now, I swear they're saying he's detained in California, so I don't know why the title says he was released on bond. There's some contradicting information there, but either way, this guy's a total piece of shit and shouldn't be in the country. Either way, hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
Another alleged deadly crime now highlighting President Trump's immigration crackdown. Watch this horrifying video. It's from Florida last week, and it shows a minivan slamming into a semi-truck. Look at that. It's gone. Driving that truck, an illegal immigrant accused of trying a reckless U-turn across 3 lanes on a highway. Who does that? That crash killed 3 people inside that minivan. A senior ICE source says U.S. Marshals arrested that illegal immigrant in California over the weekend. He will be extradited to Florida to face 3 counts of vehicular homicide. Here's Florida's Attorney General.
It's a horrific situation. California should not have provided this person the driver's license and a permit, not just for a car, but to drive large-scale trucks. To then drive into Florida, engage in this dangerous behavior and take the lives of 3 others is really a tragedy, but it shows how dangerous the open border policies under Obama and Biden have been that have continued to wreak havoc on communities across the country.
Our senior correspondent, Jonathan Siri, has more on this story. Hi, Jonathan.
Hi, Aisha. Authorities have identified the truck driver as 28-year-old Harjinder Singh. And they say he was an Indian national. He faces 3 counts of vehicular homicide stemming from that fatal crash on Florida's Turnpike. It happened on Tuesday. Florida authorities say the 28-year-old trucker was making an illegal U-turn, crossing the median using an area that was designated for official use only. You can see a minivan behind him slamming into the trailer, crushed underneath, fatally injuring 3 Florida residents who were riding inside. 2 died at the scene, a 3rd died at the hospital. State troopers issued an ICE detainer for the truck driver after learning he was an illegal migrant. Federal authorities say Singh, an Indian national, entered the U.S. illegally through the Mexico border in September of 2018. He was arrested 2 days later, but claimed he was afraid to go back to his home country, and so he was released on a $5,000 immigration bond. The White House's Rapid Response social media account reposted a video of the accident with a statement criticizing the state of California for granting Singh a commercial driver's license. The California governor's press office quickly responded that Singh entered the U.S. during President Trump's first term and before Gavin Newsom took office. But the Department of Homeland Security is pushing back, saying in a statement to Fox News, 3 innocent people were killed in Florida because Gavin Newsom's California DMV issued an illegal alien a commercial driver's license. This state of governance is asinine. Singh is currently being held in San Joaquin County, California. He's expected to be extradited to the state of Florida sometime later this week, and Florida officials say that he will have to serve any time for a vehicular homicide conviction in that state before he is deported from the country. Aisha?
Okay, Jonathan Seri live for us. Jonathan, thank you.
Certainly.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily.
All right. So like I said, an illegal here. Smoking Americans, saying an illegal driver or an illegal driving a semi did a U-turn while pulling a trailer. He was crossing 3 lanes when a van slammed into the trailer, killing 3 Americans. He got a commercial driver's license from California. He was detained in California, but he's supposed to be extradited to Florida while he waits for court. He's expected to be deported when he's done serving his time. He is facing 3 counts of vehicular homicide. Each count is worth up to 15 years. So, I mean, he's looking at 45 years in prison. We'll see if he actually gets that. It's hard to say. It depends on the judge and all that kind of stuff. But I assume we'll have a follow-up on this, hopefully hearing that he's getting convicted. Next up, we got surveillance video appears to show Hamtramck city council member dropping off bundles of ballots. They're doing some ballot box harvesting, and it is sort of illegal in Michigan. There's legal ways to do it, but the way they did it is not legal, and I don't think it should be legal anywhere. Sounds like a bunch of bullshit to me. It sounds like full-blown fraud. But you know how the country's being ran. Either way, it's coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this border crosser smoking people while driving a semi. No, I have another account on the website to test this kind of stuff, and for some reason, I'm the only person that can see the image generator because I have admin status, and it shouldn't be that way, so I wrote the developers, but they haven't wrote me back yet. 0, no deportations or convicts sent directly to CCOT. Yeah, they should make him serve time there instead of here, but we'll be lucky if he has to serve time at all. Russell, the illegal had no remorse. Yeah, and I forgot to mention that. You see him doing the U-turn, and then you see the van slam into the trailer, and then the look on his face is as if he was inconvenienced. He like just starts trying to back the truck up, but can't because more than half the van is underneath the truck. And he's just like, oh dang, again? That's no good. It's no good. That's why it's not good to have illegals here. Like I say all the time, as Americans, we have a belief that if someone's going to attack you, that they're going to display an angry face. But as we've seen in a lot of footage and stuff, when these border crossers come here and do that stuff, they do it with a smile. They'll stab you in the chest with a smile because they're used to it. They grew up like that. It's not a big deal to them. It's just how life is. And we're not used to that stuff here. So they'll come up and smile at you while they're ready to cut your throat. And all. They are not built like us. They are a threat to Americans because we're a little bit naive to how evil the world actually is. And that's why they need to kick those fuckers up out of here. Godspeed, unbelievable. Yeah, absolutely. He needs full accountability thrown at him. Patriot Dad, that fucker showed absolutely no emotion killing those people. Jail is too good for this piece of shit. Yeah. Yep, you're right. Starting tripod property tax means you'll never own your property. Yeah, I know. I hate the thought of that. Pumpkin, 45 years isn't enough. I agree. Shroomish $100 says that he's out in less than 6 years for taking multiple lives. Yeah, I worry that that's what's going to happen too. Metamouth, what do you think about the story I commented on a few comments ago about the sex trafficking thing in Omaha? I'd have to look into it. I don't know anything about it right off the top of my head. Captain Seamus, long form video, he's just dead eyes. Never showed any compassion for the people in the van. Scumbag. Yeah, absolutely. Well, and like, I think that the people in California that gave him a license should be held accountable too. Because he wouldn't have been driving the truck if they wouldn't have gave him the ability to do so. Beck Frank, he didn't even blink. Yeah. It was like just a normal day for him. What's up, Tiger Jaw? Happy freedom to you. Screaming Eagle, they're not naive. No, I said we are naive because of the way we perceive evil. We perceive it with an angry face. We're naive. They're not. They're animals. They act like animals. They just don't flinch. Death is normal to them. It's not just death, it's killing. Killing is normal to them. Guess I'm feeding to the crocodiles. Yep. Big B dropped him off 2 blocks from Alligator Alcatraz. Well, I wonder if that's where he's going to go. Like for deportation and stuff 45 years from now. Since they're going to be sending him to Florida. Yeah, Metal Mouth, I'll have to check it out. Meta, those 3 Floridians that died didn't get due process. Yep. What's up, Larry? Happy freedom to you. Doesn't Florida have the death penalty? I'm not sure. Mr. Lynn, who trained him? Yeah, it's a good question. They should have never gave him a commercial license. So next he'll have to get in a gang in prison. He's probably already a part of a gang. Chad Klaus just loafed up. Oh yeah, this full loaf kitty here. Licking his lips. It's about 8. It's about 8 o'clock. That's why. That's why. He's ready for that fanciest of feasts. Either way, we're going to move forward here. Like I said, surveillance video shows Hamtramck city council member dropping off bundles of ballots. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you, hooligans, that our friend Larry could really use our help. Larry is in need of a kidney transplant, and I put together a page for him over on the website. It has all of his information, details, and story, along with links and stuff like that. So if there's any way you can help our friend Larry, please go check out this page that I put together for him on the website. All right, hooligans. Like I said, surveillance video appears to show Hamtramck, I don't know who named the city, but the city council members dropping off bundles of ballots. They're gonna be talking about some fraud here. Good old-fashioned fraud. Come on, goofy ass YouTube. There we go. Hit that like button if you haven't already. And let's get into this.
What is going on in this video? That's the question tonight in Hamtramck. Surveillance video here shows bundles and bundles of ballots being dropped off in the middle of the night. This video is part of an election investigation that's going on. That video is part of that investigation. Just a short clip of hours of footage we obtained through a Freedom of Information request. Thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Ty Steele.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Karen Drew in for Kimberly Gill. So on Wednesday, we were the first to show you video of what appeared to be a city council member dropping off bundles of ballots. Well, now we found another instance of this happening.
Lauren Kostick has been going through that video all day long, hours of it. She joins us live from the newsroom once again with what she found. And this is just the latest twist in this ongoing saga, Lauren.
Ty, it really is. After we showed that video on Wednesday, we got a tip that there could be more cases of this. So we started doing some digging, obtaining more than 800 hours of city surveillance video here on this thumb drive. And we still are going through a lot of it, but there's one clip that really caught our attention.
New video obtained by Local 4 shows a black pickup truck pulling up outside Hamtramck City Hall in the middle of the night, just days before the primary election. All of a sudden, the lights turn on inside the truck. That's when you spot 3 men inside, including what appears to be Councilmember Abu Musa in the back seat, the same council member who is seeking re-election right now. The video then shows the driver getting out and stuffing absentee ballots into the drop box. The only problem? They don't all fit. He then starts pushing them in before reaching for 2 more stacks. The whole time looking around to see if anyone is watching. After about 2 minutes, the group drives away. And get this, Local 4 found that it happened again, only 4 days later. This time, a different car pulling up with what appears to be the same council member in the passenger seat. He then starts handing bundles of ballots to the driver, dropping off 3 large stacks. City election results show Musa received 1,129 votes during the primary, making him the top contender for city council in November. Michigan State Police confirmed the videos are part of an ongoing investigation. It all comes just days after 2 Hamtramck City Council members were charged with election fraud in connection to the 2023 race. Those allegations also including bundles of ballots being dropped off by a candidate.
And so far, we have received no comment from the city about these videos. We also tried to get in touch with the council member in both of these videos. We called, emailed, texted, Facebook message, but still no response. But again, we have a lot more video to go through here on this flash drive. We'll see what else we find. For now, live in the newsroom, Lauren Kostick, Local 4.
All right, Lauren, we look forward.
Okay. So, a little ballot harvesting there. I bet YouTube is just falling all over itself trying to figure out what kind of blue banner to stick on my video. Should it be about abortion? Should it be about ballot harvesting? Censor me harder, daddy. Last time we were talking about ballot harvesting, YouTube stuck a blue banner on my shit. Fuck that platform. Anyways. Like they were saying, there's an investigation looking into these people for stuffing drop boxes. It happened twice that they know of, and he just won by 76 votes. It mentions 2 other people being charged with election fraud for doing the same exact thing. So maybe he's looking at his own future. Next up, we got the last little bit of the news, and it is lefties losing it. It's titled, "This is what civilizational decline looks like." Then of course we're going to be getting into the fun stuff, and like I mentioned earlier, we got 2 packages to unbox today because Beck Frank and Wad both sent me something today. So we got the fun stuff coming up after lefties losing it. But first we're going to hop in the chat, see what your hooligans think about this ballot box stuff and they got going on. What's up, Jay Spray? Happy freedom to you. Zero, it's Hamtramck. They need to change the name of that. Oh, like Mackinac? I don't know. Hamtramck sounds terrible. They need to do something about that. It sounds like medicine to cure the other word we were talking about earlier. Snooks, there's no death penalty. Oh, you do have the death penalty in Florida. Thank you for letting me know, Snooks. Yeah, I guess Rita is back. What did Rumblebot say? Cap Seamus, I can't figure out what you're reacting to. Whatever it is, Beck Frank did it. Godspeed sounds like ham sandwich. That's what I'm saying. We don't need ham sandwich, Michigan. We got hell. Hell's for sale too. Like $9 million hairs. I wish I could buy it. We change it from hell to hooligan and be hooligan, Michigan. They're not ready for that. Ken Seamus just making Rumblebot apologize? That's right. That's right. Beck Frank, you did it. You did it. Pumpkin, that is so low to cheat on votes. Yeah, and after all that cheating, he only won by 76 votes. Southern Tripod, Oregon went full blue. Oh, it went tarred blue. When mail-in ballots became legal. Yeah, their drop boxes got torched in the last election, then they just stopped talking. Pretty soon they'll come clean about that, just like they did with Crowds on Demand. It was like a myth for like 4 years. Now the CEO's just doing interviews left and right. Pretty soon they'll be talking about how normal it is to do ballot harvesting. Screaming Eagle talking about 2020, yeah. And it doesn't seem like they've done anything about that. President Trump signed an executive order to help our elections, but I don't think any of that stuff has gone through yet because they're still dealing with the judges standing in the way, and the Supreme Court ruled that they can't do that anymore, but they had to go back and revisit everything that was stifled by those district judges, and I don't think they've moved forward on that yet. But they need to, because we need to get that done. Russell, if Rita gets fired, I'm boycotting BBC Australia. We're boycotting them. Either way, that's what's coming up next. Lefty's losing it. This is what civilizational decline looks like. And like we've been saying, Rita is back. I assume she was on vacation. Come on now, do the thing. And it looks like she's got her hair did. Either way, hit that like button if you haven't already. And let's get into this.
And it's time for Lefties Losing It. Let's start in the UK, where a man in a red dress defaces a war memorial as crowds look on. No one tries to stop him. No one says a word. This is what civilizational decline looks like. Now, talking about civilizational decline, California is a perfect example, blessed with every natural advantage but riddled with crime and poverty. And yet the governor thinks he can be president, and he's spending good money producing content like this, attacking Donald Trump.
Wake up, America. Wake up to what Donald Trump is doing. Here he is once again trying to rig the system. He doesn't believe in the rules. We can't stand back and watch this democracy disappear district by district. We have got to meet fire with fire.
The chutzpah there is extraordinary. It's all about projection with these Democrats. Now let's hear from a CNN host, Fareed Zakaria, on Bill Maher's program, and he gives a very important reality check for Gavin and his ilk.
This is a huge Democratic Party problem. If you look at Democratic cities, they are terribly run. They have incredibly high taxes. It is impossible to build, so the cost of housing. Let me finish. I give you a chance. Cost of housing is crazy in places like New York and Chicago. If you look at Democratic states, you go look at New York versus Florida. Okay, roughly the same population. The budget of New York State is twice that of Florida. What do they have? Streets paved with gold? I live in New York. I pay the highest taxes in New York. You get nothing for it. And I think that is the image people have of the Democratic Party. Lots of taxes, lots of regulation, but nothing gets done.
Now let's hear from Kamala Harris. She enjoys cocktails and incoherent rants. Here she goes with the latter.
I think what they're doing is they're cheating. They're cheating. They want to change the current system to make it bend toward the outcome they want. And so, if you believe the public reporting, they get a call that says, hey, redo your lines, even though the fallout is going to include exactly what you said, which is, taking the franchise, the vote, away from specific communities. And in the case of Texas, Latino and Black voters. Yeah.
Just about everything she said there was a lie, half lie, or just confused Kamala babble. And it got worse as Kamala praised the pitiful Texas legislators who fled the state and abandoned their duty.
And I have to say that, those Texan legislators, good for them.
And being an incoherent simpleton runs in the family. Here is Kamala's stepdaughter whining about climate anxiety. She feels disgust, folks, so much disgust.
I feel disgust at what's going on in the world around genocides, the loss of rights, the loss of health care, the just general fear that everyone has surrounding affordability, their lives, their livelihood, like everything. It feels so big. I think everything with the environment is really getting to me. And it is I experience a lot of climate anxiety, like a lot of us do. It's not funny.
Wrong. It is funny. It's hilarious, in fact. Let's hear now from the thoroughly discredited James Comey. You remember the former FBI director who played not an insignificant role in the Russian collusion hoax, who improperly leaked information to activist journalists. The Biden DOJ declined to charge him for that. He may not be so lucky now that he's under criminal investigation. And don't forget that bizarre behaviour where he posted a threat or a death wish against the president. Remember that lunacy? He claims he didn't know what it all meant. Well, now Comey has really lost the plot, posting a lengthy video about Taylor Swift and, of course, Donald Trump.
And Donald Trump is still president and still humiliating America on a national stage, standing next to Vladimir Putin. It's like a dream, a bad dream you can't wake up from. But I don't want to talk about that bad dream this week. I want to talk about a truly inspirational public figure named Taylor Swift. Of course, I watched her podcast interview with the Kelsey brothers. Of course, I watched the whole thing, although on YouTube, Patrice and I got kicked off for the last 15 minutes and finished it on her phone. But I watched it. You see, Taylor Swift and I go way back. I went to my first concert of hers 15 years ago. I've been to a second, and I have helped financially support the attendance of a lot of family members at others. I'm in a family's Swiftie group chat.
What the what? What is he on about? It's the former director of the FBI. I don't know if he's angling for some sort of not guilty by reason of insanity plea, should there be any charges. That mad rant went on for another 5 minutes, and his love of Taylor Swift was just a means to bash Donald Trump and Republicans. I'm telling you, this dude needs professional help.
And don't get me wrong, we have our jerks, millions of them, you may have noticed. In particular, there's a stunning coarseness and ugliness in the Republican Party today. It's upsetting, but it's also a minority of America. On the whole, we aren't like that, and we don't like that. I think that's a big part of the reason so few Americans support Donald Trump when they have to see him and that up close, and why Republicans are so worried about what's coming for them next year, which is what makes me think about Taylor Swift. She's made clear that she sees Donald Trump for what he is, and last year she urged Americans not to make the serious mistake of electing him. Of course, we're now living with the consequences of that mistake, but while our elderly makeup-covered president is posting about whether Taylor Swift is still hot and declaring that he can't stand her, what's she doing? Living her best life.
Yep, he's genuinely lost the plot, or perhaps angling for that insanity play. Joining me now is Newsweek's senior editor-at-large and article.
All right, so that is Lefty's losing it there. And that is the last little bit of the news I had for you hooligans today. We're going to get into the fun stuff, though. Like I said, we got an unboxing. We got a doubly unboxing. Then we're going to be opening today's door of the Advent Calendar sent by Tori Wayne. And we got our 2 funny videos of the day. Both of them were provided by Stoner. First one's titled, Ew. And our official funny video of the day is, What do you carry? All of that's coming up next. But first, we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about Lefty's losing it. Guess she was never hot. Bitch is a dog. Who? We're talking about Hillary Clinton? No, I forgot. You guys said you think young Hillary was hot. Yeah, be talking about Hyena Harris. She's never been hot. She's never even been lukewarm. Zero probably a dude. We gotta be talking about Harris. Zero's calling for violence. That's what the Democrats do. Russell, I want to see Comey go to jail. He's scared. Yep. I don't know if he'll get any kind of accountability, but we'll see. Matt Rogers, Roseanne Barr calls it Tyler and not Taylor. Tyler Swift? That's hilarious. Russell Swift has permanent bitch face. Yeah, she's built like a cereal box too. I mean, I understand why like little kids like her and stuff. She makes music like for that targeted audience. I don't understand why adults like her though. She's built like a, I can't remember what they're called. Like what is Siren Man? Whatever those are called. I can't think of what they're called. She's built like that though. She's built like Siren Man. Or like I can't think of the other guy's name. It's not the Thin Man. Maybe it's a Thin Man. I don't know. A Cryptic or a Cryptid or whatever. She's built like that. She's nasty looking. I don't know why people think she's all that in a bag of Doritos. Major, all the Disney adults like her. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Those are the same people who prey on kids. I don't know. It's not good. It's not good. What's up, Bones? Happy freedom to you. Bones, taking advice from someone who can't hold a relationship. Last name Swift for a reason. That's right. Big B, jail's coming for you, buddy. He deserves it. He signed up for it. MU, he's a very creepy loser. I totally agree. He's a creeper. What's up, 8-Bit Gamer? Happy freedom to you. Beck Frank promoting Taylor Swift because she's a part of a cult. Yeah. They got her number just like everybody else that was on stage for Hyena Harris. Beck Frank, she's been redoing lines. What do you mean, like lyrics? Beck Frank, yep, and I did it upside down. What did you do upside down? That's just what that's how they do it in Australia. Slender Man. What did I say, 5D? Yeah, that's who I'm talking about. She's built like that. She's gross looking. Metal Mouse, she's a carpenter's dream. Flat as a board and easy to nail. Jesus loves us. Yeah, you're right. Guess Freddie's the best vocalist all time. You talking about Freddie Mercury? Are you gonna write down why you think he's so good at using his vocal cords? What's up, Pag? Happy freedom to you. My chat must have been frozen over on Kick because I didn't see any of these comments. Meta, what's wrong with Comey's eyes? It could be the lizard people fingering him. Could be drugs. Could be kid diddling. God could have made him that way. It's hard to say. What's up, Cat? Happy freedom to you. What's your name? We'll go with Sids. Happy freedom, Sids. What's up, Killer J? Happy freedom to you. Killer J, are you going to the hooligan picnic? I was talking to WMM yesterday about it. I guess Hair Juicer's coming to the hooligan picnic. He wrote me 2 days ago, 3 days ago. So that's cool. J Spray, breakup artists can't have a good relationship. It'll ruin their career. That makes sense, J Spray. Big B, I think Prince was the best vocalist. Prince was like a prodigy. They didn't, because of the times, they didn't really talk about Prince the way they should have. He was like a prodigy. He was the first artist to write his own music, play all the instruments, record them all while he's playing, and then go back and do all the fucking singing on top of it. Like, what he was able to do was amazing in general, but it was even more wowing for the time that Prince was around. We had to learn about this stuff when I was in college for music production, audio engineering, and he was like a first of his kind, and they just didn't talk about it like that because they were gatekeeping the industry. Like, when I started doing music, there was no YouTube. You had to just figure out how to record music and shit, and a lot of that was making contact with real studios, and if you do that, they didn't want to tell you all their little secrets. They didn't want to tell you how to do signal processing and compression and EQ and stuff for chorus vocals versus verses and stuff like that. And Prince was very gifted and talented, and like, yeah, he was stylish, and they capitalize on that, his slenderness, right, his delicate figure, but they didn't talk about how badass he was as being a talented music creator, right? He was big vocalist, great singer, but like, a lot of people didn't realize he was playing all those instruments. He was writing all the music. He had full ideas of the orchestration and stuff. And most artists aren't like that. Most artists, they got somebody writing the lyrics. They got someone coaching them on how to say the lyrics. They got somebody else making the beats. They got somebody else doing the engineering. And Prince wasn't like that. He was like a Swiss Army knife of music. And they didn't talk about him like that until after he kicked the bucket. So I'm going to try and get up to the picnic. I have to drive that day back on Sunday. Well, definitely let me know, Zero. And like I've been telling you, hooligans, we can now RSVP, and that would really help. If you guys are going to show up for the hooligan picnic, definitely go to the website and RSVP. You just first name or whatever, write your username if you want to, and then put your email down, and you'll get a confirmation saying you RSVP'd, and it'll let me know if I'm going out there to cook hot dogs by myself or not. Big B, he was a legend. He could play any instrument. Yeah, he was very gifted. Kirsten, Prince was a genius. I was obsessed with him. We share a birthday, and I'm also in Minnesota. I love Prince. That's badass. Chad, the artist formerly known as Prince? That's right. Ghostly, true artists almost never recognized in their own time. Yeah, absolutely. What's up, Visions? Happy Freedom to you. Yeah. You better get up here and go to work. You ready for this fancy feast? Over here meowing at me and licking your lips. Get up here. Yeah, you a good boy. Now sit down. We gotta do the fun stuff. We gotta see what we got. Yes. Big fat cat. Alright, hooligans. Like I said, we're gonna get in the fun stuff. We're gonna do an unboxing. We're gonna open the advent calendar. And we're gonna watch these funny videos. But before we do this, I want to remind you, hooligans, if you'd like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use the links in the description in order to send donations. You can do that by using PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Zelle, Venmo, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee, or you can even send crypto. Let's see what we got. Oh, let's open this one first. I think this is from Beck Frank here. What did we get, Klaus Daniels? What do you think it is? Okay, but don't eat that stuff. You're getting ahead of me. What is it? Let's see if it's got little notes. Oh, there is little notes. Here, see if you can squeeze into that, buddy. That's what she said. Do. Because Skyrim rocks and so do you, mate. From Beck Frank. Let me see what we got here. Got the Skyrim advent calendar here. Very interesting. It's like a book. We're gonna have to figure this out. This is badass. 25 days of surprises with booklets, trinkets, and more. Skyrim. That's badass. Thank you so much, Beck Frank. So cool. Hold on, we're not done yet, buddy. Alright, how do we open this? Let's do it like this. I don't think... Yeah, I'm gonna need the tool. Okay, gotta try not to cut myself or the cat or show the knife on the screen. But we're gonna get this done. Alright. Now this should be from Wad. Yes. Make sure we get everything out of here. The flesh of my enemies. Bambi Al Qaeda jerky. Love it so much. Thank you, Wad. I really appreciate it. Oh, so good. I'm so excited. You guys don't know. This is the best beef jerky ever. It's good stuff. Thank you, Wad. I really appreciate you. I'm going to be fucking this up tonight. I can't wait. Can't wait. All right, hooligans. Now we're going to get into the advent calendar. Sent by Tori Wayne. Let's see what we get today. Today is day 10. Now, who are we going to pull out of the box today? My fingies let it. Oh, yes, we got a good one. Come on, close the door. Today we got Squirtle. We got a nice little squirrel. He's a little guy. That's a little squirrel there. I like his big dead eyes. That's badass. Thank you, Tori Wayne. I really appreciate you. All right, hooligans, getting into our funny videos here. Like I said, both of them were provided by Stoner. You guys are gonna have to give Stoner some competition here. What is it? Oh, I remember now. I remember. See, I got to look at that and was like, what the hell? What is this about? Couldn't remember. This is titled, Ew.
Your biggest turnoff?
My biggest turnoff is facial hair.
Whew. Bullet dodged.
Gross. That was like demented Mickey Mouse standing there. Shit, is this enough facial hair? Am I in the clear, or you think he's digging on me? Either way, moving forward here. This next one's titled, What Do You Carry? Alright, hooligans. Let's get it.
Oh no, high Point. You didn't buy a gun, you bought a cinder block with a trigger. It's not so much concealed carry as it is a cry for help. If duct tape and regret hooked up, their baby would be a High Point. Next! Oh, Taurus, you wanted a Glock, but you also needed gas money. That's okay. It looks like a real gun if you squint and ignore that the parts are rattling in it like a box of Tic Tacs in the dryer. The safety is just the hope that nobody pulls the trigger twice. Oh, Springfield, the gun for people who thinks tactical means extra plastic. 3 safeties, no personality. You can drop it in a box of Legos and never find it again. Old Camber, beautiful, expensive, carried by men who probably ironed their jeans and say a lot of things about back in their day when it's not even their day. You spend more time polishing it than shooting it, and you get mad as hell when anybody points that out like you're going to go duel them behind the Cracker Barrel.
Not behind the Cracker Barrel. Holy. Smoking them. Even brought the XDs into it. Talking that shit. I love it. Well, hooligans, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. I'm going to grab this Linktree link really quick, drop it in all the chats. We're going to read through. We got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up next. And then, of course, after the pledge, we're going to be raiding out over on Rumble. Let me see. God, he's going off. The High Point, I expected that. The other ones, I wasn't so sure. Either way, there is the Linktree link where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, we'd really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7, and we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You also have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. You'll have access to the forums, the arcade, the AI, we have so much shit on the website, and you'll have access to all of it with a paid membership. So definitely go get yourself a membership over on jeffmaclive.com. It's the home of the hooligans. Like I said, we're going to read through and we got the pledge coming up. And also, I keep forgetting to respond. Somebody asked me earlier if I got that spider. When we were covering President Trump earlier today, there was a big-ass spider on the wall. And I got it, but now its dead body is sitting there on the wall. And I keep seeing this dark thing out of the corner of my eye. And I look over, and there is consequences of my actions sitting there stuck to the wall. And so I'm going to have to clean that up after the live. But I got him. And I didn't burn the house down. Didn't have to discharge a firearm in the city limits either. It's a win. Live it review. Happy freedom to you. Better start pleating my pants. Guess never had anyone ask me what kind of gun I shot them with. Yeah, my buddy used to say that all the time because he used to like carrying 22s, and everyone always gave him shit about it. But he liked carrying it because it's light and doesn't weigh very much. You don't have it like dragging your pants down and stuff. And ammo's cheap and all the other reasons that people love 22. But everybody always gave him shit. They're like, oh, you need 9 or you need 45 or you need whatever it is you need. And he's always like, if you're on the receiving end, I don't think you give that much of a shit. Like, nobody wants to be shot. It doesn't doesn't matter what the bullet size is. And so he used to say that all the time. Russell, burn it down. I thought about it. I just threw the chocolate and caught that spider. Guess SIGs are way overpriced. Yeah, and isn't the new ones the ones that are discharging on their own or whatever? We were covering it, or we weren't covering it, but we were talking about it in the voice chat, where they like squeeze down on the front of it and it causes it to go off. Maybe it's not SIG. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Kirsten, what's this picnic you speak of? On Saturday, we're going to be doing our first annual hooligan picnic. I've been told to do this for more than 5 years now, so I finally put it together, but it sounds like nobody's going to show up. Which is fine, I understand. All of you guys live where you live and whatnot, and life happens. But either way, that link right there will take you to the Hooligan Picnic. Please RSVP if you are going to try to show up because I am going to be getting hot dogs, potato salad, macaroni salad, and I'm going to be cooking out starting at noon. And we're going to see if hooligans are going to show up or not. There is beachfront there, places to swim. There's a jungle gym if you guys have kids. There's bathrooms, showers, picnic tables, awning, place to cook food, camping on site. There is DNR there, so if some evil people want to show up and try and ruin our day, things will be taken care of. We don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. Like I said, there is camping on site if you need to stay the night. There is hotels nearby. The ones closest by are probably expensive because it's a tourist area, but not too far away you would be able to find cheaper hotels and stuff. I'm not sure on the prices yet. I was gonna try and go there today because I forgot yesterday that I was supposed to do that, and today it's fucking pouring rain. So making a virtual tour of the place isn't gonna be a good day today. So I'll see if I could do it tomorrow. But I'm also gonna be asking about prices and stuff. Well, last time I camped there was like $35 for the site for the night. Most other campgrounds is $80, $90 a night, and at that point you might as well stay in a hotel. So I'm gonna go and get prices and do a virtual tour of sorts as soon as I can. But like I said, it is supposed to happen on Saturday. If nobody shows up, it's not that big of a deal. I'm gonna still be cooking hot dogs and whatever's whatever. But if you would like to go, please RSVP. You can do it on that page in that link that I had just dropped in the chat. So yes, let me see. Rad, I'm gonna check it in a second. All right, so yeah, there's the hooligan picnic link. Go check it out and let me know if you're gonna show up. Oh, now I'm dropping the wrong thing. Just a second. How did I even do that? Anyways, there we go. Read through and we got the pledge coming up. Zero, I had a little spider riding on my windshield today. It hopped down below the wipers and I don't know where it went. Well, hopefully it went on its way, Zero. I got a terrible spider bite on the back of my leg. I wish I could show you guys, but I'm not a flexible little girl like I used to be. But it's like this big black spot on the back of my leg. I don't know if a baby brown recluse got me or what. If it was in a better spot, I'd cut it open, dump peroxide in it, but you know, we'll figure it out. Bones, yeah, it's the SIG P320 that fires itself. Yeah, Bones, who, I don't know. I was gonna say, anybody that's got that needs to trade it in, but I don't know who would even take it at this point. Everybody knows that it's firing on its own. Hey, thank you for being here, Rappy. I appreciate you joining us today. I know you guys are all waiting on me. Oh, I'll check it out, Rad. Thank you for sending me that. What's up, WM? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Christopher? Happy freedom to you. J-Spray, don't forget, get your beer helmets, dirt bikes be falling out of the sky. I don't know. I don't know about all that. Either way, it is that time once again, hooligans. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, hooligans, we did the thing. So that means it is now time for a raid. Let's see who's on today. It's the beginning of a brand new week. Let me see here. Mrs. Mam is live. Grim is live. Handy's live. Rotella's live. When did Rotella go live? It's been live for about an hour. I think it'd be a good time. Go ahead and join him. I see Metal's already over there. So let's do the thing. Get us a Rotella raid going today. It's a good day for it. Make sure we're on time here. I think we're good to go. Alright, hooligans. Don't forget, hit that like button as soon as you land. Let's get this raid rolling. Mr. Rotella.
Valley Hill Freedom Butterfly, welcome in.
Just met a little while ago, and
we're going to try and get a three-party meeting, maybe as soon as we can. And I have a feeling
A three-way.
President Putin are gonna
OMG,
work
sign
something
me
out.
up.
Ultimately, this is
Wouldn't
a
be the
decision
first.
that can only be made by President
Jeff
Zelensky
Mac.
and by the people
Jeff
of
Mac has rated the stream. You know, we got to come up with like a little alert when people rate us. It's never happened before as often as it does now. Thank you so much, Mr. Mac. Let's go welcome some hooligans, and then we'll get back to this extremely interesting meeting. Let's see, who do we got inside the chat, everybody? We got Get Some joining us, Sly Dog joining us, Captain Seamus, Plastic Quack, Jeff Mac says 3 ways for everyone. That's right, Jeff. Sign me up for that. Captain joining us. Hi, Captain Zero. Ghostly Method inside the chat. Hi, everybody. Welcome in, hooligans. Let's see. Welcome in, hooligans, my friends. Don't forget, 5D Corey. Corey coming in. How's it going, my friends? Don't forget to follow Jeff Mac. There he is right there watching me. Me watching me, watching him, watching me. One of my favorite jokes that we do. Make sure to follow Jeff Mac right there, everybody. Bam. Get Some says, why does it gotta be a little alert? Says Get Some. You want a big alert? We can get a big alert. Captain with the follow. You're right, Captain. The best is yet to come now that you hit that follow button. We got Watchman Arise inside the chat. Welcome in. Chad Force 1 joining us. The guy sounds like a freaking fraternity brother with that name. Chad Force. Watch your drinks, ladies. Watchman Arise joining us. Jeff Mac says big alerts matter. Okay, I'll work on a big alert for everybody, okay? I'll work on a big alert. Jay Spray with Happy Freedom, welcome in. Hey, thank you so much, Mr. Mac. My friends, hang out with Mr. Mac. You're going to have a great time. Welcome in, hooligans. We have a great chat, just like you guys have a great chat. Please introduce yourselves, chat. Happy Freedom and Ballyho. Let's get back. You're right, Jay Spray. The best is yet to come now that you hit that follow button. Let's get back to this very important meeting. Follow me.
Well, that is Rotella, and he's a badass. Fantastic raid, you hooligans. You guys really outdid yourselves. We need alerts, too, for when we get raided. I don't know how to do that, but we'll have to figure it out, because it always seems like a secret when we get raided. Snooks has to come tell me. Sarah Lumpy's live. Oh, well, thank you for letting me know. As soon as I saw Rotella, he's getting it the first time this week. All right, we're going to read through really quick, but we are wrapping this up. We'll be live again tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. And now that I'm thinking about it, we're not going to be live on Saturday because we're doing the Hooligan Picnic. I also don't know if we get cell service out there. That's another thing I got to check on because we used to not have cell service out there, but now everybody's got 5G and they installed new towers and stuff. So I will check on that. I'm going to add new details to that Hooligan Picnic page as I go out there, figure out prices, figure out cell signal. I'm going to record a video so you guys can have a virtual tour of what it looks like out there. And I will keep adding to that page until you have all the information you need. So definitely go check out the picnic page over there on jeffmaclive.com. Like I said, we're going to read through really quick and then we're wrapping her up. Kev Seamus, good raid. I agree. It was very nice. Rotella is so awesome. Jay Spray, not in the campground, but out in the dunes, people get some air. Oh, yeah. Yep. And thankfully, I haven't heard the Coast Guard flying over. Not Coast Guard, but the Coast Guard copter, because the hospital's right over here. And so what happens is people get medevaced from the dunes to the hospital over here. And usually in the summertime, it's twice a week, 3 times a week, meaning somebody wrecked on the dunes. I think I've only heard it twice this summer. So I'm assuming everybody out there is having fun and at least they're being safe this year. Kev Seamus, Rotella just said to catch him Rotella games on the weekend. That's badass. I want to get back into gaming too. We're going to have to raid each other on the gaming side of things. You guys hear Klaus's toy over there winding up? It's very distracting. I'll check it out, Rad. Thank you for sending me that. What's up, Techno? Happy freedom to you. Thank you for joining us. Who is Hacksaw Jim Duggan? I don't know what that is. Christopher Norinko for the win. You talking about SK? I think mine said Norinko. All right, hooligans. It looks like we're good to go. I appreciate all of you guys being here. Thank you for helping me cover the news and making the news suck a little less. Definitely go and enjoy the rest of your day. Find yourself some good food. I'm going to try and do the same. I went and bought some steak because I'm still working out and eating steak and chicken every day, trying to lose this weight. I think I got 10 more pounds or 17 more pounds or something I need to lose to get back to 210. Make it a little easier to put the shoes on and whatnot. I don't know. It's my problem. It's not yours. So go out there and enjoy some good food and make your way back to us tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.